Alright, so we are going continuously to explanations about the subject, which is the teachings, instructions on the meditation on selflessness. So this teaching we could divide into there's two stages, which is the selflessness of a person and selflessness of a phenomena. So these two stages explanations, we follow the four great schools of philosophy, the Buddhist philosophy school. The four great the classes are Vipassika school, Sutrantika school, Citamada school, and Madhyamika school. So we on the first two subsequent class mentioned yesterday. They believe order of the compounded order of the phenomena of object of knowledge, and probably can division into the five bases mentioned to you, and then these five bases can division into two truths. One is ultimate truth, one is conventional truth. So the gross level appearances, direct object are including of conventional truth. The conventional truth that's truly existent, but conventionally existent. And then is the second truth is the ultimate truth. The what is absolutely existent, the ultimate truth is there's two particles, which means partyless particle of atoms and partyless the particle or the partyless of moments or the consciousness, partyless of consciousness or partyless moments. These two partyless is as the fundamental of the universe, the samsara. There's no these two fundamental absolute truth. There's no truth of the conventional of the universe. So now today we little bit talking about what is the absolute, the true truth. One, the atoms, the partyless particle of the atoms. One is partyless moments of the consciousness. So now these two is established according to the ultimately existent, which means inherently, substantially, absolutely, truly established or existent. That's the means is the ultimate truth. So now we're talking a little bit further from the Citamata school, only Manda school, we can say. So the last two, the Citamata school and Madhyamika school, these both are actually Mahayana tradition. Buddhist Dharma is Hinayana and Mahayana. So these last two classes is including of the Mahayana tradition. And then Mahayana tradition also there's two stages. One is Citamata school, only Manda school class. One is Madhyamika, intermediate state school. So now we're talking about the little bit going to follow two explanations about the selflessness of person not only, but on top we need to know the selflessness of a phenomena. So in this case now, whether of only Manda school, they doesn't believe the materialities established externally. They doesn't believe the substantial the things are objectively cannot exist and be objectively. Only is the phenomena existent mentally. That's why we say only Mand only school. Or that is Sanskrit, Chitamada school, only Mand. So in this case, the Chitamada school, they doesn't believe this two, the two particles from the Vipassana school and the Sutrantaka school mentioned before. That was mistake from these first two class. The misconception, that is just imputedly, considering better of Vipassana school and Sutrantaka school, but that's not truly, cannot be existent truly. The atoms and the partyless atoms and the partyless movement cannot truly existent. So now the reason, first a little bit I mention you, the atoms, why is it partyless? We say partyless particle, partyless moment. Partyless means you cannot destroy anymore than of the last moment, finality of most subtlest atoms that cannot deviation further. There no deviate the aspect of further. That's the last finality, most of the tiny or subtlest that we say partyless particle. There's no part in the division, so therefore partless particle. So in this way, this how tiny this partyless particle actually in the even the Vipassana school and Sutrantaka school, these partyless particles in multiple progress. There's 7 stages. First, the fundamental, the tiny, most of the tiny one is the partyless particle. That's one, partyless. And the partyless 7 times, we say particle, just particle, doesn't say partyless. The partyless 7 times become 7 times, collection 7 times, that's the one atom. This atom is, we say, particle. And then collecting in particle atom is there's 7 times. That means is calling now is the traditional the imputation name. We just used the name to the Aaron particle. The fourth is the fourth stages we can say water particle. The fifth is we can say the animal rabbit particle. The sixth is can say the animal sheep, the sheep particle. And then the 7th one is the animal of the ox, the goat, the ox particle. But the name these seven stages, the 7 different kind of levels of particles. They're calling in different names. They're giving the 4-word name. There's 7 types of different name. And then the 7th is I mentioned to you the ox particle. And then is that's the 7th, I think. That's ox is the 7th. Ox particle is the 7th. And then the 8th level is we can say sun particle. Sun means the shining, the radiance, the shining the sun. So only is the 8th level, the sun particle, the film, you can see only better your eye faculties. Ordinary eye faculties only can perceiving the object of the 8th level particle. Because when the sun shining, the light is radiance and through your window, or then is if a tiny dust is there, you can see. You can see by your eye faculties. So, or the lead, very the radiance of the lead of the sun, you can through the of the in the windows, and then you can see something you affect. So this dusty, the dusty of the sun dusty. So this is our ordinary normal eye faculties only can perceiving. This one is the smallest, the 8th one. So now from this 8 stages, from the beginning partyless particle, and then there's the last one, the 8th level of the sun dusty. So, and then this sun dusty, how many collections of partyless particle, how many numbers of partyless particle together, recollection of the completely a collection together, and then is apparent only the sun dusty on your eye faculties. So how many particles? We can say 5,700,000 64,801. So that is meant the collection of partyless particle. There's 5,700,000 the 64,801 partyless particle. So this is how they divided, detail this story further. Finally, is the last, the finality of the partyless particle. You cannot destroy anymore there. Cannot division anymore then. That's the last, finality. So that we calling these first two class, Vipassana school, Sudharantaka school, they forward names a partyless particle. That's the fundamental. So this partyless particle, 100,000, is the millions gathering, and then appears the sun dusty, like this says the big, as you can see by eye faculties. And then like the sun dusty, like this is multiply collections, and then we know is the bigger and bigger and bigger. Then finally is the mountains, the rivers, the trees, flowers, the horse, cars, the moon, the stars, the galaxies, everything's and creation, big collection about like this, the particle materiality of the external materiality of the particles, collected of the particles bigger and bigger. So that's why as the particle is the basics, the fundamental of the gross level of external materiality, object, form. That's one. And then the other one is the partyless moment. So partyless moment, or we can say partyless moment of consciousness. The time, the finality, most of the finality, the last, the shortest, there cannot be more shorter than of this. Cannot division more further than of this last one moments. That is we say partyless moment. So this partyless moment is, for example, now like when healthy person, adult healthy person snapping finger, that's very fast, like thick. That means 1 second, 1 second. That's 1 second. So this 1 second division into 65 times. This 1 second divided in 65. So the one of the moments of the 65, that is the shortest time. According to the sense of Vipassana school class, up to of both of Vipassana school and the Sudharantaka school, and even sometimes of the up to of the autonomy middle way school, they believe that's the short one. The 10 is the most of the last, the partyless of the 10. But not only, and then if you go to the the Madhyamika of the consequence Madhyamika, the intermediate state of consequence Madhyamika teachings. This 1 second, like the snapping finger, this time is you can division into more than of 365 pieces, like 365, make shorter. Divided this one single snapping time, you can divide it into 365, the moment. You can divide into this. So now, how was the measure? A measure. How can they judge like this way? Example, from the mushroom. The mushroom, inside the mushroom, they have tiny, the many folds, inside in the mushroom. Very thin, very soft, very freshness, tiny mushroom, and inside there's like spoke, umbrella spoke, like so many, red. What say in English? Do you know that?
Spore.
Yes, spore. Okay, kind of maybe very thin, very soft, more thinner than the petals of lotus. More thinner, and much more soft than the lotus petal. So that means is this kind you fold 365, and the very very sharp needle, sharp needle prick, just shooting, pick like one finger you can prick this 365 the fold of this. So one finger like this means 1 minute can prick full of this, right? So now you can judge now, because the top must be first one. The last one, the 65th one is the last one. That means it must be through these 365 times the divisions coming. Otherwise it cannot the prick, the sharp needle cannot reach the last one, right? So that means is how the division into the shortest the time. Okay? But of course maybe modern technology, the scientists can division more. I think details, but anyway, that's was. So this is a partyless moments, that is a partyless moments, the shortest time. So these partyless moments is in multiply, and then the moments come. And the moments is 100 times is minutes, 1 minute. 1 minute is 6 times, then is 1 hour. 1 hour, then 24 is 1 day, right? And then 7 days is 1 week. And the 4 weeks, 1 month. And then is 12 months is 1 year, right? And collection, the year and hundreds, thousands, millions, and then kalpas coming, eons, the age, So this is how measure your age, the age of the earth, age of the moon, the sun, or so on. But this age, the time, the continuities make it's shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. The last cannot divide anymore than undivision. The last part, that is partyless moments. So this not only the time, but this telling your consciousness, or the continuity, the clarity, awareness. We mentioned you the consciousness. Consciousness is the continuity, momentary, the stream of your mind. Stream means you make sure, because collected past, present, future, continuity gathering, that's the stream of mind. So this makes shorter and shorter. Then consciousness, what is the last, most of shortest, is I mentioned you, one snapping finger division into 365 times, and then the last one is the kind of like existent, okay, truly established. That means ultimate truth is the time of ultimate truth, or the partyless moment, ultimate truth, that is absolutely existent. The partyless particle is absolutely existent. So these two is ultimate truth from Vipassana school and Suttantika school, right? So now we're talking Chitamata school, only mind school, that doesn't agree. Because there's no possible partyless particle, partyless moment is only, it's just imputation, form of the imputation set, form of the tradition, Vipassika school and Sutantika school. That's just exaggeration. That's the exaggeration of these traditions, but not true. Cannot be true. Why? It's contradictory. Contradictions comes to you. So this means is because they believe it's a partyless particle, right? The last one. This is the basics of the grow up of the gross level. So therefore, now example, we just imaginary mentally you need to judge like this way, how to build the bigger and bigger from the partyless. So one partyless put in the center, in the space, and then surrounding retinues surrounding to another 6 particles, 4 directions, bottom and the roof below, and the roof is the 6 particles surrounding to the center particles. This means is we make no building, bigger and bigger, right? Try to. So now the questions coming to the Vipassika school and Sutratika school, Beta Chitamada class. They ask, you're the center one, partyless particle center one, could become different faces to the 6 directions, or completely fully one direction, same direction? That's the question. That's one. Or other hand, you can say the center one could become different touching, contact, different contact for the 6 partyless particle, or completely center one is only one contact. To the 6 directions, only one contact, one connection. That's the question. You must need to answer maybe different connection, maybe one connection, or maybe you say different direction, or maybe you say fully it's the same direction. That's all up to you, your answers, But you must be answer only the 2 ways, possibilities. Fully one direction or fully different directions, the center one, to the 6 particles. I get it, the question? Can you, okay, so now in this case, if you say the center one direction facing from east, south, north, west, upward and downward must be different, facing different. So that's why it can be bigger and bigger. Or other hand is this center one is different contact, different touching. The contact to different. From east is not south. South is not north. North connection is not west. West connection is not the upward. Upward connection is not downward. So in center one they have 6 different connections. Different. Then it's bigger, right? Become bigger because it's 7 particles collection together, and then 7 times bigger than of the first partyless. The partyless becomes 7 times bigger. So means is no anymore partyless because there's 7 partyless 7 times, and that means is the second, just particle I mentioned before. Partyless 7 times, and then the particle comes the second one. We mentioned you before this 8 stages bigger and bigger. So you can creating the universe from the collection of the particles if this. But you have big problem, your main promise. Because what is your promise is you say partyless, right? The last one is that they cannot destroy anymore there. There's no division anymore there. That is the calling forward, say partyless. But you lost this promise. It's not partyless. It's particle. And not partyless. That is very much is a collection of parts, 7 times part with together. Your partyless becomes 7 part. Make sense? Because east part, north, the another 6 directions. Each of the 1 directions is separated from another 5 directions is different. Means east contact is not west contact, north, south. Up and downward contact is different connection. So that means your center partyless is the not partyless. That is full 7 times of your aspect of part, collection part. So you lost your promise. Cannot. If you get this conviction, that's very deep, very extensive, this logic. That's scientific way. You don't need thinking about some religious traditions talk. It's like scientific way you can judge like this way. But mentally, we have at that time we have no telescope or microscope. So we must be like this, mentally need to judge like this way for valid cognition. So therefore, there's no particle. And no partyless particle is not true. You just imputedly you can say partyless particle, but only that is just exaggeration. You know, if we say exaggeration and denegation, so that's exaggeration, better your tradition. Actually, because not absolutely partyless particle, no possible existent partyless particle, because that's contradictory. So, and then if they say change the answer, because this problem, so they lost the promise. So therefore, if in case the another way they answer, say no, there's no different directions. The center one only one, fully of one direction for the six. The center is connected to the east, west, north, up and downward as only one contact. There's no different test because they protected the promise. Because otherwise partyless is a problem. So they promise partyless. So they want to keep the partyless. So their answer also, therefore they change. They say, is partyless because it's only one part. Means it's east, west, north, up, downward, 4 directions, 10 directions, contact is same, fully. Or facing same, the direction is the same. If they answer this way, then what problem? Another problem. And contradictory for them, because they say the partyless particle is as the fundamental of the biggest, must say the appearance of the form. We mentioned before 7 times on multiply finally appears the sun dust. You know, on your eye faculty you can see. But you say the center one is around the 6 of partyless particle is completely one test, one contact. One direction. That means you cannot bigger than. Even you collected 7 times, but these 7 times cannot bigger than of your partyless particle 1. No difference. If the 7 times cannot bigger than of partyless particle, and this and multiply is we made before mentioned you 5,700,000 of the terms of the partyless particle collection together, but cannot be bigger than of partyless particle. Make sense? Yeah, this problem. So if this problem means then not true, you say the partyless particle is the basics of the universe. Because cannot creating, cannot building. So with direction, you lost partyless, not true. If no directions, and that cannot build bigger anymore. That's very true. So therefore, they're not true, no possible. Okay? So and therefore now, this is Chidamata. And the Vasubandhu, Indian Pandita master, Vasubandhu, he is the special of the Chidamata school class master, description of Buddha's teaching, of only one school class explanation. His text, he says, Tukichi Shajapana, Tarab Durchatukdoji, Tupot on the Koshina, Kung Ravan Kung Zamdi, just I quoted one verse. With the 4 lines on Tibetan language from his text, Vasubandhu, the Chidamata master class. But the meaning I already mentioned, they debate to that of Vipassana school, Suttantika school. Is their problem, the contradictory, they're showing explains of the contradictions from this tradition, the lower sub-school class, no possible. So therefore now, the question they can ask to the Chidamata school, if not true, established of the partyless particle is not truly existent. There's no ultimate truth externally, no objectively existent. Then how can appear this mountain, this river, these galaxies, these 6 realms? Then Chidamata school only mind. Oh, that's only your mind. Okay? That not established materiality things they are. But appearance is like material, but that's only your mind. Your mind diluted. You know? Your mind is become illusion. So therefore you feel is this material, external of the objectively, you know, existent, but not true. That's your mind only. But now again you ask them, how can be only mind if that's not true? Then they bring us an example, dream. Okay, dream is a good example. Oh, that's like dream. Because in the dream, when you haven't yet wake up, haven't yet recognized dream as dream, then you 100% believe mountain is existent externally, objectively, right? In the dream. The dreaming mountain is, you believe, 100% existent externally. 100% you don't agree, I'm saying in the dream, oh no, this is only your mind. But you sure you defeat me. No, that's not my mind. This is before I born, this mountain is, you know, it's there. You know, was my grandparents, that time the mountain is already there. You know, I'm born after this mountain, you know. So how can be this my mind? In the dream you debate me. You can debate me in the dream. You not agree, I'm saying this is your mind. You say no, that's from my grandparents, this mountain is there was. Means millions of years before this mountain is there. You know, not my mind. This river is, you know, it's hundreds of years before is flowing there, not when I born together. No, that's not only my mind, not. In the dream, you sound like this way. I'm saying, oh no, this class, the teaching is your dream. That's your dream, only your mind. Then you say, no, this is not my mind. See, my friend here, you know, so those all is coming different place, different country, you know, so they are different age. You know, some is young, some is adult, some is a little old. And this teacher is also Chamtrul Rinpoche coming from India. No, this is not my dream. Right? In the dream I'm talking. If you're dreaming my teaching, you know, I'm come to in the dream, I'm talking to you. Oh, relax. You know, don't be deluded your mind. This is only your mind. But you debate me, you know. Discussion with me, say, no, that is your answer, you know. As long as yet not wake up, yet not recognize dream as dream, then you not easy agreement to me. You know, in the dream, if I'm teaching you, that's only your mind. Because you bring the proofs for me, you know, I mention you. You prove yourself, oh, because no, how can be this dream, Rinpoche? Excuse me, you say, this because once I born this place, my birthday is that day, and my parents is there and here. Then I grow in the kindergarten, and then I went in the subsequent class with the classmate, you know, person's name, age, everything you explain to me. The exam, sometimes you good exam, sometimes not good exam. Everything you explain, you know. And then middle school, high school, maybe you are very PhD like you. Everything you bring me the proofs. And then after this, you also say, oh, I found the job good. You know, now I have good job. You know, and after this, I also try to talking about too fond of the fiancés. You know, so now I have marriage already. You know, I have also children. You see, this is my children. How can be only this is my mind? And then the end, you say, oh, okay, now some reason you are very upset, angry. Maybe the end, wake up. It's true, exactly what I'm saying in the dream for you. You know, you understand, but too late. Actually. So this means is only mind school is like that. Everyone, we are now on the dream. This dream is long dream, big dream, not short dream, not only one night dream. This dream is in samsara. All sleeping is very deep. This sleeping is ignorant. Sleeping on ignorant. Misconception, misunderstanding, ignorant. So, as long as you yet not wake up from this deep sleeping of ignorant, you will be dreaming of this samsara. The 6 realms will be dreaming. Sometimes bad dreaming, hell realm, hungry ghost realm, animal realm. Sometimes a good dream, you will be born. Now we are good dream at the moment, because among the 6 realms, we're dreaming in the human realm, right? Now, lucky, fortune realm dreaming. But next life is you will be dreaming again continuously good or bad. It depends on your this habit in this life, your karma, the imprint of your habitual basic tendencies in this life. Is further, if you can positively activity and virtuous actions, collection merits, practice, everything's good, and then is sure next dream is next life. Your dream is also is good. Fortune dream, human or God realms experiencing. But if this life, during this while of this dream, if you doesn't care virtuous actions and loads accumulated in non-virtuous, holding wrong views, what happened? The imprint of this misted karma, the bad dream, is stored on the stem of your mind. So habitual basic tendencies follow you to the next rebirth, or will be bad dream is coming. Bad dreaming means is hell realm, worse. Hungry ghost realm also is, not good. Animal realm also not good compared to the human realm. So anyway, so this is true, so normal ordinary dream. So Chitamata school class followers, they understand. Every phenomena of the sixth realm appearances or ordinary perception is only mind. One's own mind. Like dream, this is the example, good example. But why coming the dream? Not these questions. Why are you dreaming the two dualistic grasping? Because dream is not true. There's no object, no subject, and no active isset of the three spheres, but we overhanding to existent object, subject, active isset in the dream. That is because following of your habitual basic tendencies. Habitual basic tendencies when started, not only this life. Since born from beginners in the samsara, we with two dualistic grasping. We mentioned yesterday, clinging oneself, clinging to others, and between their attachment, self, aversion to others, and between their jealousy to each others, so on, so on. So therefore, this habitual basic tendency is very long, comes very, very long. Particularly in this life, when you sense grow up, mother's birth until now, then net 24 hours, we very much, the two dualistic grasping is habituated, familiarity. So these habitual, the basic tendencies follow you, even falling asleep. Follow you means is because your mental non-conceptuality, base of all consciousness has become deluded, become illusion. So therefore your dream is illusion, because your base of all consciousness has become illusion. The reason, because it's the imprint of previous karma, distort for your relaxation, nature, and mind is obscured by the obscuration of the habitual basic tendencies of two dualistic grasping. Even your net dream, not everyone same. Some is good dream, some is bad dream. Because at the daytimes, usually if you are a good person, peaceful person, compassionate, kindness person, and supporting to each other, very nice, gentle, and then your dream is 80-90% sure is you also peaceful dream, for you chance more. At the daytimes, you are very active, activity with anger, jealousy, hatred, harmful thought, shooting each other, fighting to each other, quarreling, very upset, day and day, day by day, week and week. This person, 80-90% you have no chance, peaceful dream. 80-90% is a chance of a negative dream coming, even dream. I'm sure if you go to ask the soldier, the army, nobody so many war. You see, in that week, month, years, those armies, military, if you ask them their dream, sure, 80-90% they are dreaming, shooting or bomb, something, or worry about escape, how run, how shooting, uncomfortable dream. I'm sure you ask them. Those army now, they're fighting, in the sort of dream different. But we dreaming here is a little bit, most is in the city or driving car or drink coffee or meet people or happy birthday to go ceremony or something like, as you go to the job or maybe little bit fear from the boss, little bit, But anyway, this dream is many coming for you because that's normal, your regular habitual basic tendencies follow you. right? This is we can learning how to understand karma. Karma, how does karma work? Karma means the imprint of your previous actions as stored to your stream, your mind, and this follow you. That's conditioning. And then good or bad situation, future is the similar. The good dream, to that dream is good or bad. It depends your previous, the habitual, the basic tendencies, So that is why Chitamata school they used has to be everything's only mind, like dream, because it's the habitual, the basic tendencies, because it depends to the imprint of your karma, like dream. So now the questions, and then this makes sense. Something is but how can be this is only my mind? And then this teaching, now we're not going to very large, but today this class is my mind or your mind? That's the question. Coming, you say this sound looks true. This can be only mind, but you say only mind. Then we have many peoples. Then whose mind it is? Your mind or my mind? What do you think? So, but your perception is your mind. Okay, my perception is my mind. No need to worry. It's easy. That's very easy. So that's why each person is feeling different. This teaching, I meant, this class, this room, the teaching hall, you're sitting, the cushion, the floor, and the teacher, and the teacher's teaching or the speech, everything's, each person's experiencing is not the same. This telling you that's because you're individually experiencing this teaching classes, not collectively. That's why if this collective were existent truly established, then must be experiencing everyone same. No. Each person feeling different. Can be similar sometimes, but not 100% same, no possible. 100% I'm guaranteeing cannot be 100% same experiencing each person, no. 100% sure each person's experiencing least little different. Okay? This means is telling you that's only your perception. This teaching is as your perception. Means one's own perception. So no problem, 100 people there and 100 people, each person have each perception. So means is 100 people sleeping one night and the 100 dreams comes. Same. So his dream or her dream is not same. Different experiences. But both are dreaming, only mind. That's true. So therefore your perception is your mind, my perception is my mind, but both are only mind. That's true. The Chitamata school talking. So therefore finally 6 realm beings. Hell realm beings perceiving everything is burning aeon. Hungry ghost realm beings, everything is dry, land, or something is so I give you one example now. This one glass of water. These perceptions are human being, not 6 realm beings, same object of this perception, cannot. If this one glass of water offering to the hell realm being, because you are very compassionate, go to them, help them, if possible, I'm saying, if possible in case. Can you really offer them this one glass of water? For the hell realm being, the burning in the aeon, suffering with over the burning of the fire of hell? No. When you offer them one glass of water of them, when they get this catching from you, take from you, and then this just transferred into burning aeon. Burning aeon. This glass of water is not a glass of burning aeon or melting aeon. Brose of a glass of water. Full of brose, the melting aeon. But the fire is sometimes also others I think brose or something. Anyway, they cannot receive pure water. They only can receive from you is burning aeon, the melting aeon. So if they drink, burning, stomach, throat, everything makes suffering. Okay? So this means is a hell realm being's perception is different. They cannot perceive in pure water. And then you said, okay, there's a hell realm being cannot help. So the hungry ghost, is they are thirsty very much. They couldn't find even one drop of water even a year. So I go to there, offer this glass of water from thirsty of the hungry ghost. Good, your compassion is good. But when they receive from you this glass of water, it's not glass of water. It's rotten blood of water. But the rotten blood or pulse of what the glass, full of glass is one pulse, the pulse or rotten blood for them. Because that's the hungry ghost being's perception. Because negative, the obscurations, very, very bad, And then this one glass of water is offered to the animals, sea animal, fish, like tiny of the corals in the sea, and become this place. This water is not for drink, but for place like horse, like oxygens, For them, it's naturally is the the sitting in there like horse, And for us, human beings, then we no need to explain, water is for cook, for shower, for drink, for washing, for swimming, so on, right? That's our perception, human beings' perception. Now, not that's the final pure. Because in this samsara, who is more pure? God realm beings more pure than even human being. So therefore, if you offer this one glass of water to the God being, they can perceiving, of course, this for drink, for washing, showers, swimming, cook, but not only. They're perceiving this as an object of water or nectar, long life of nectar or medicine nectar for them, not only for drink, but can be medicine nectar for them. Amarta, Sanskrit we say amarta, the water become amarta for God's realm beings. So now these 6 different types of realm beings is different perception. You see, we're talking only one subject, one glass of water, but apparent is the 6 different types of beings is perceiving different things. Not water only human being. But still that is not final because we're talking samsara. So now we're talking super mundane way. So someone achievement, accomplishment of mahasiddhi. Bodhisattvas, especially achievement, accomplishment of mahasiddhis, yogis, yoginis. We offer this one glass of water. Yes, that's pure for drink, shower, cooking, swimming, everything's work. Also nectar, but more pure than even medicine nectar. Means is they're considering this can be enjoyment, the bliss, emptiness of the union of the consort. Like Mamaku. Mamaku is the deity's name. Consort, female deity consort name is Mamaku. And Tantra. So this yogi is achievement, accomplishment of mahasiddhi and one life of achievement, accomplishment, mahasiddhi with Tantra practitioner. So finally, high realization, perception is become very, very pure. It's beyond to the ordinary perception. So therefore, the object of one glass of water test is enjoyment is beyond to the ordinary enjoyment. The enjoyment of bliss, the union emptiness of bliss, enjoyment. Meant is with the consort, like experiencing enjoyment bliss with Mamaku deity, So that is the pure perception. And then still not the final. Now finally this one glass of water is offering directly to the Buddha, not only accomplishment mahasiddhi, but offering to the Buddha completely achievement, enlightenment of Buddhahood. What do you think? Buddha perceiving this pure water only? No, Buddha can swimming, can shower, can take like Shakyamuni Buddha can use for drink, for cook, for swimming, for medicine, so on. Of course, tantric way can enjoy bliss, emptiness of Mamaku but much more. There's no more higher qualities than Buddha's perception. What is Buddha's perception? Dharma sphere, Dharma Dhatu. The vastness or extent the truth nature of Dharmata, Dharmadhatu, Dharma sphere, we can say, means is truth body. Dharmakaya. Buddha experiencing only is the Dharma sphere, true unborn nature, essential of luminosity, the wisdom, and totally of the union of the luminosity, the clarity, and nature unborn of wisdom, unborn nature of Dharma sphere. That's reality, the final the reality. So this final reality, the truth, the absolute truth, is actually existent, sense from beginningless phenomena. Nature is like that. Doesn't mean when Buddha comes and then impure is it become transformed into pure. No. But only mind. So therefore your mind is become purer and purer and purer, and then you see the object is become more pure and purer. Finally, completely your mind is freedom from true obscuration of delusion and obscuration of even omniscience or knowing knowledge, obscuration, freedom. And then there's no any obstructions. Can see directly what is the reality. Dharma sphere. So Buddha's mind is all knowing knowledge, omniscience. So Buddha's perception is only Dharma sphere. So you see. So therefore only mind score is very beautiful actually. Very, very beautiful. That is from Sutra. Sutra also is that not very highest level, but very beautiful. If you Chitamata school class get the conviction logically, and then you easy agreement to Tantra explanations, the deity visualizations, the Pure Land visualizations, once Sangha level achievement, state, enlightenment, or Buddha Vijayadhara, this all is makes sense from even Sutra or Chitamata school view. If you clear understand, then this is very much supporting you, help you, lots. But we're not talking here Tantra teaching, but we are talking in Chitamata school, but the view is very powerful, very logical. Anyway, so like this way is only mind. So now in this case is if you want to happy enjoy your life, at least try. Everything's focus pleasant. Everything's pleasant. Form, sound, smell, taste, contact, the area, the house, the car, the mountain, the river, the people, the friend, the follower, whatever you have seen here, taste, smell as much you can. You want to try and focus on the pure. Oh, it's good. Oh, nice, beautiful, wonderful. Like this way, training your mind to do meditate practice, like walking time, talking time, anytime. Very beginning, not this much beautiful everything, but slowly become everything is an attractive object for you, pleasant object for you. Slowly become. So this is why if some meditation, even the Sutarantika Vipassika school traditions that meditate one-pointedly, everything's only like the dry bones. Everything's the bone. How's it bone? Yeah, dry the bone. So everything's. Of course, you see not bones, everything's, but they meditate, especially the beings. And very beginning, of course, some is very beautiful, some is very ugliness, some is so-so or something. So ugliness, they're upset, angry, rejecting, beautiful and the attachment, but they're equally focused on the bone, not focus of the outlines, but focus the bones, like the medical, how say we take the X-ray. Okay, like this they focus, but they meditate, become more familiarity, habituated, and then slowly disappear. The skins, the beautiful things only apparent to you moving one bones there. Everyone follow you, coming you, and too much you do meditate week, month, year, one pointedly focus on this, and finally everything appears for you bones, moving of the beings of bones, and then very angry. The end, they're very much rejecting. Means is something very uncomfortable. So, and then again you need to change your meditation into kindness. Otherwise, the danger they're fighting each other. This happened to many. So means is likewise you focus everything's phenomena appearance is only water. The meditation concentration samadhi on water, meditation concentration. And slowly, then everything's experiencing water. Or everything's space. Do meditate. The solitude object, even you just focus on the nature is space. Meditation, concentration, samadhi, and become familiarity, habituated, and then the end, when you achieve accomplishment of this samadhi space, infinite meditative concentration of space, and then everything is disappear. Only for you apparent is space element alone. That's why the meditative concentration, like calm abiding meditation, sometimes we born in the formless realm. Formless realm, there's 4 stages. Meditative concentration, formless realm of the gods. The first, the infinite of space. Namkantai. The infinite of space means is only is experiencing on the mind only infinite of space. Exception of space, there's nothing like this sun, moon, star, galaxies, form, sound, smell, taste. No, only space. But it's mentally comes, So like this way, finally is the pure land is also like this way transformed into beyond to the samsara, the perception, So only mind is like that way. So therefore it's good if you, even though it's just in this very present of your life, you want to more comfortable and then try to focus everything's comfortable way. Okay, because if you too much focus on the uncomfortable, unsuitable, something is ugliness, not good, bad, focus on the bad things too much, if this become more familiarity, habituated, then even good person is become for you is bad. Sure. Everyone says, oh, he or she is really nice, good. Really? For me, not. Means that your perception is already wrong. Change, So like this way, so therefore try to focus on the comfortable way. This can be habituated, So only mind is like that. Only mind school. So, and therefore now the only mind, better only mind school, the phenomena object of knowledge in briefly division into 3 truths, 3 natures, we can say 3 natures. Because Vipassana school, Sutrantika school, all the phenomena object of knowledge is divided into 5 bases we mentioned yesterday, right? But now in Chiddamata school, phenomena are the object of knowledge are division into 3 categories. Means is 3 natures only existent, 3 natures. What is 3 natures? 1, the nature of imaginary. Imaginary means it's imputation, self. So imaginary. Nature of imaginary, that's 1. And the second, the nature of relational means relatively, they interdependently arising phenomena. The phenomena are originated by relatively, So that's relational, the nature of relational nature means relationship. Everything's related, relatively appears, independently appearances, not. By interdependently appearances, not non or undependently not. So therefore that means relational. So the natures of relational, that's the second, the nature. And the third nature, the nature of absolute truth, absolute. So the third, so all of these phenomena are, you can division into by your judgment in these 3. So among these 3, the first one, the nature of imaginary. Nature of imaginary means is because when you believe there's mountain, there's a river, there's moon, there's a sun, there's a galaxy, there's a horse, there's a car, means is mentally subject and externally object, and then we perceiving the perception, we perceived by the perceiver, and the perceived of the action. So this kind of all is actually imaginary, not true. Your mind already deluded, your mind already mistaken. That's ignorant actually. Your mind is obscured by the obscuration of true dualistic grasping. That is true dualistic grasping. That's not true, unreal, but you overhanding to real. That's ordinary, is wrong perception. So this kind of perception is, we can say, imaginary. This nature is the nature of imaginary. Okay? That's why only mind. That's just only imaginary, but it's actually this is better of your mind, created by your mentally. So therefore, that's imaginary nature. That's one. So now, why this imaginary nature apparent? Mentally, because the second nature, we mentioned nature, the relational nature. Because relatively, your mind is deluded. But relatively, the imaginary perceptions comes to you. Relatively, I mention you the habitual basic tendencies, the imprint of your previous karma, and depending to the object, subject, or so on, the cause, conditions, so many of the relatively apparent. So apparent is no problem. But you apprehending to truly existent apparent, that is the problem. Appearance is you cannot stop, because when they completed the cause conditions, and that is apparent there. But if you perceiving in truly, inherently, and then if beautiful and attachment, if ugliness and aversion, rejecting comes, rejection, so anger, ignorant, and jealousy, three poisons coming. If you overhand it to truly, then problem, that is creating of karma, contaminated karma. That will be rapid result, the suffering of samsara. So therefore, we need to change. We need to realization the true nature, the natures of imaginary. We need to understand, because we haven't yet understand the nature of imaginary. The imaginary, we believe is that's established, existent, inherently, truly, absolutely, means true dualistic grasping. Self-grasping, ego-clinging, clinging oneself, clinging to others, and between there is the delusion, and then karma zone. So therefore, now we must be to focus on the nature. What is nature? Is imaginary, that's only by your perception. That's your imputation, but mentally, not true. So therefore, true, the nature is imaginary. So why imaginary? Is because it's displaying better of the second nature, the nature of the relational nature, the relatively, so displaying about these imaginary appearances. So now, what is the essential nature of the relational nature? Relational nature is unborn, dharma sphere, selflessness or self. Again, now we're going to the selflessness, self, individual, of course, but on top is now the second selflessness, self, selflessness of phenomena. Today now we start talking about the selfless emptiness of phenomena, not only person. Yesterday only we talking the individual, the person. Now not only person, but even the phenomena, selflessness, phenomena. Because these phenomena originated by the interdependently, relationally, relatively. So therefore, that is not truly existent, not independently existent. That's dependently existent. So therefore, nature is empty, emptiness. Nature is selflessness. No self of person, no self of phenomena. No object, no subject, no active itself even. This is because only your mind deluded. So only mind. So this is Chidamata school. How explanation, the true truth, conventional truth, ultimate truth. So the first two, the nature of imaginary and the nature of relational, that is including of a conventional truth. And then the last one, the third nature, the nature of absolute. The nature of absolute is the absolute truth, ultimate truth. So this true truth is not contradictory, not contradiction, because apparent illusion, therefore its nature is unborn. So nature unborn is inseparability, the illusion. Illusion is, apparent illusion is not separation to the unborn nature. That's mentioned Buddha says, form is as emptiness, emptiness is as form. Emptiness is not existent another than of form, form is not existent than another of emptiness. Means is no contradiction anymore. These two truths is same way. So, like this way is if you can train your mind, so during the equipose meditation concentration, meditate selflessness. Selflessness phenomena are without any concept. When you during the because meditation we can do division two types different kind of meditation. One, equipose meditation, and one is post meditation. So the equipose meditation means is one pointedly your primordial wisdom focus on the object of meditation, Dharma sphere, true nature, which means selflessness, emptiness of phenomena, without object, subject, active, itself, without of three spheres, without a liberation, thought, without thought of fabrication, non-conceptuality, one pointedly so relaxed on the state of Dharma sphere. If you can, that is equipose meditation. And then during the post meditation, that means is a walking time, talking time, sleeping time, eating time, any normal activities in that times, if you can remember, if you can memory, and everything's are illusion, like dream. So this I mentioned you, just illusorily you can go work. But illusorily you can eating, cooking. But illusorily you can sleeping. But illusorily you can discuss with your friend. But illusorily you can learn starting your education. If you can this conviction, if you can keep better mindfulness, better alertness, what you was experienced, what you was understanding, what is your view, keep during the post meditation. Remember, and that means is the post meditation. So can linking both equipose meditation quality and post meditation quality finally can be connected each other. Because post meditation helps supporting to you proofs of your equipose meditation quality, and during the equipose meditation quality is can be support to progress about your post meditation quality both. Very beginning is different stages. One is positive stage, one is equipose meditation stage. But the end, when the completely you will be freedom from any concept achievement of the ultimate the realization, that times become this two truth is the two meditation is become union, inseparability. Finally, but the very beginning is separated. Post meditation, equipose meditation cannot gathering, but can separate. So anyway, that is a Chitamata, only Mount School. How thinking, how talking, how considering about the selflessness of a person and selflessness of a phenomena. So phenomena. So now only is there one thing, what is the Chitamata school, they believe the absolute true nature of your mind is existent inherently. The believer. So that is the Chitamata school's view, final view. What means the absolute true nature? Not, of course, including not the absolute true nature mind is beyond to the of object, beyond to the even the subject of your normal perception, normal thought, beyond to the normal thought. But still as established, absolutely. So this is the ultimate final, the truth, existent. So this we will talk further from the Madhyamika, how the explanations, how debated to the between Chitamata school and Madhyamika school. This we will talk the last session afternoon. So from here, anybody, if you have any questions, we're going to let it be for question answers. Okay, so you have no question. So this means is, in Tibetan we say, no questions, the one is best the sign. Because you understand everything clearly. That's why there's no need question, okay? That's one. What is most of the worst sign? Because you doesn't understand even anything, something, therefore there's no appears question. So I hope it's not this one. So I hope it's you understand all. Okay, so if you have no questions. All right, then?
Can I ask?
Funny. Okay.
What is your personal preference for the teachings of these different schools?
What do you say?
Your personal preference of the teachings, of the explanation?
Everything.
So you accept all?
Oh, yes, accept all. Means is not accept fully all, but not rejecting fully all. That means I accept all of this part of something, like I can accept the selflessness of self from Vipassika Sukho, Sutrantika Sukho, what explains I accept. I accept the explanations of the gross level of conventional truth is interdependently the water and the glass I mentioned yesterday. This kind of all is apparent, where the collection of particles, a collection of the terms. Generally, this I agree, I accept. Okay, so from them. And then, of course, we didn't talk in this, but the virtues, the positive emotion, the compassion, the love, and the wisdom, the patience, tolerance, forgiveness, this kind of all I accept. And they're going to rejecting, stopping of negative actions, the 10 negative virtues also, and this all is I can accept from them, And their renunciation to samsara, this I can accept. They want to attainment of nirvana, liberation, that's also I can accept. For example, so many things, they are very beautiful. Next, but what I cannot accept, Chedamata school, what they can accept, I also too. Me too, I cannot. Because the partyless particle, partyless moments, absolutely truth, that I cannot accept. Because I mentioned you already, I get it, the contradiction, the problem. So therefore, but logically, I cannot accept this. But imputedly, it's fine. This is his tradition, it's an imputation of the traditions of, yes, Hamsab, Harsab agreement. So I can respect them, honor them, but I cannot accept by myself. It's because no passport, partyless particle. So this not only me, this is talking with 2,600 years before already mentioned the partyless particle, partyless moment. In Chedamata school, say only mind cannot exist their partyless particle. But in this 21st century now, is the quantum physics system, the external the materiality scientist, they also is can understand there's no partyless particle. They can understand it, not established the atoms independently. They also right. More the quantum physics systems, I'm sure. So therefore, because there's a atom is existent, established inherently. And then further they check, no, atom can be destroyed further, so like proton, neutron, electrons, and then is quark. Finally, the most subtlest of the quark. And quark, again, they can destroy further, and then what is left finally? The quantum physics system, energy, only energy. But this energy is what kind of energy? That's the question. Now this answer you can get from Chedamata school, gave you. Okay, but meant is mind energy. But quantum physics, that doesn't say mind energy. But that's the only the way. No other ways answer. That's the only energy of mind. So
that's the dream.
Can't dream. Mind means dream. But it's the mind energy. Because there's no mental energy, there's no recognition of this quantum physics system. Even you used very tech knowledge, microscope or some telescope, whatever, no matter, finally reached, depend to your mind energy. The scientist mind energy. There's no scientist, Einstein's mind energy is not there, and that only telescope alone The microscope alone cannot tell you the energy. They cannot recognize of the energy, find out the fundamental of the universe. So who decided, who recognized, who realized it, finally is energy. So what kind of energy? They're confused. Confusion is come from mind. Telescope, microscope cannot confuse. But mind, human mind is confused. So therefore it's hard to finally say exactly what kind like this energy. Energy is the transformation energy, something, you know. So this is the final. But still is they're going research. Maybe can prove the materiality scientist. If they become more deeper and then close to that, comes to you, sure they one day their agreement, Chidamata school. Only month school, very close now. You know. Already is there agreement, Vipassana school, Strantika school, what talking about the universe is collection of the atoms. This already, you know, after the Big Bang. You know, the Big Bang means is the exploded in atoms. So that is question about gathering this earth, this mountain, these galaxies, everything after the Big Bang, right? So now it is very clear, these galaxies are created by relatively, right? Relatively means by interdependently. Cannot exist by independently even one single atom. No possible. By independently, no possible the energy, what they're talking, the quantum physics system, what talking. By independently, no possible. But relatively, they found the scientist mind, the microscope power, and the object of the energy, all the gathering and they're performing, finally is the energy they found. Means is by relatively, right? By interdependently. If you agree that's true, by relatively, by intuitively, by illusorily, by interdependently, then is this we will talk after none. Therefore is empty. Because hence this reason is the empty. Emptiness means it doesn't mean nothingness, but not inherently existent, not established truly. Because only like illusorily. So therefore the quantum physics system, they also found illusion. Finally means confusion. Confusion means illusion. That's why confusion, you know. It's illusion actually. So it's mind deluded now. Only mind. So therefore I'm sure I hope it's now is coming few years and later after this agreement Chidamata school, you know. But still far to the Mother Amiga. Okay? Still more deep, more vast, more extensive. But need progress like this way. You know. So from the Vipassana schools, the part of emptiness, selflessness, self. This I agree, you know, so I can accept, you know. And Vipassana school also too, both. And that is Vipassana school is the Suttantika school is view I mentioned yesterday. So more I agree. Like the Vipassana school, they says you can perceiving the form directly, right? Better your eye faculties. But Suttantika school said no. I mentioned yesterday. The external objectivity is a hidden phenomena. Only you can perceiving the reflection, the aspect of the hidden phenomena. This I accept, you know, agree. Then of the Vinayana, sorry, the Vipassana school. So Suttantika school is more clear. And finally, Suttantika school also they believe the partyless particle. This I cannot accept because Chidamata logic, Chidamata schools, as mentioned, you cannot because cannot building. Without direction, and that's not the cause of the universe. With direction, that's not partyless. So finally, so this is the same. The scientists, even school. So sure you're the middle school. When normal school, they teach you when shooting the guns, the bleed, or the arrow shooting in the target. This I'm sure most of you already learned already your school. Never ever no possible the arrow, the tip of arrow cannot touch. Never ever there no possible, no chance to touching directly to the target. Did you hear this? No possible. But can penetrate, can prick the target, but no possible. Object of the target and the subject of the arrow cannot touch each other. No possible. There's no way. Scientific ways, they cannot touch. RS separation. RS, there's space. I mean, between the target and the arrow, between they have space. Must be space. So this is very beautiful, but is this from Vipassana school, they understand already 2,600 years before. This glass, one glass of fully must be, the bottom to top is a one piece, like, right? One piece means is they're totally touching, totally is contact each other, totally is stick each other. Means is that is why it become one piece. If there's broken the glass and that's become many pieces, right? The mirror, glass mirror. If not broken, and then only one face appears there, right? If your glass mirror is broken, you crack, and piece, and then two faces coming on there. Is it? On the mirror. So this means is, if there's one glass over the mirror, if you make 100 pieces, look there, 100 faces coming there, okay? And then 100 pieces make one glass, one mirror, and then one face. Amazing, is it? It's a simple example, but you see, but interdependently make you illusion your mind. Why one face become 100 face there, and suddenly the 100 faces become one, because that's one glass, but with crack or without crack, So like this way is what is talking Vipassana school. Is this glass is not only one piece. Mention you when you see the sun dust, there's 6 millions or more than of particle, the particles particles. That means in case like this is a mirror glass, like the mirror, the glass mirror like, that means is 5 million faces appears there. If in case like if you see this one, the sun dust become mirror like, and then if you look at your face on there, if possible, I'm just imaginary, then your face become 5 million faces appear there, because there's a collected of the collection of more than 5 million of particles, means the glass broken, like similar, That means it's illusion. What you see the coarse level, that's illusion. It's not true. It's illusion. So therefore, now this is nowadays easy. The microscope you see, you mentioned yesterday, and then all the photon, neutron, electron, the particles moving, running very fast. So therefore, it's almost 90, maybe 6% is true, established. Here, this full glass, 6% is existent for scientists. 94% is empty. If microscope you see, like galaxies, so many space, because it's running, proton, neutron, electron, is magnetation, like where it's a red magnification, it's running, too fast. The atoms runs too fast, make you illusion, become one piece. Like the fun runs very quick, too quick, and sometimes no fun there, so disappear. Sometimes only, so full one circle, but actually no. Like the fire stick in the net, you training fast, too fast. And then there's one circle ring, red ring. No, there's a ring, only one point. But one point become full one ring, circle ring. So like this way, this is like one circle ring, like the glasses. Because make you crazy, make you deluded. So this is vipassana, but for you is not interested because now you know from scientists. But with this talking from 2,600 years before they know. Already this is why I'm an interest, very much. They already. So therefore Vipassana school and Sutrarantika school, little difference, the one class they believe is touching, but not fully. Can, but the other one says no touching. These partyless particles, no touching each other. Each between of the two particles have the space. So that means each particle have between there's each space means is now you see at least as 50% is empty, right? This we can understand. But 50% is non-existent, only energy. So looks like water put there, maybe cannot holding. Must be is dropping, right? No. Very interdependently, because water also is the same, this particle running. So therefore it's too fast both and they can hold in each other. So luckily, no problem. Very interdependently. So anyway, that is the why are we talking about this? How the agreement about the partyless particle. This is can be accepted, partyless particle cannot accept, but the collection of particles is we can accept conventionally. But ultimately is emptiness. So this will be coming further. All right. So we now just relax session. Do relax to meditate a little bit short. We have maybe like 10 minutes. So now we're going to relax on meditation object of selflessness of self. Okay. Now, what do you understand the imaginary point of selflessness of self or selflessness phenomena? So keep in this on one pointedly, without any other distractions, other thought, another perception, just relaxed on these experiencings or the recognitions. Alright. So we should meditate. Do. So from the physically, hold of your muscles of your body. Keep in flexible relaxation, restness, freely. Do not sit back tightly, hardly, not very soft, free, comfortable, flexible. Your body, no matter you're sitting on the chair, sofa, cushion, on the floor, but keep inflexible. And the form speech, verbally, silent. Even your breathing out, breathing in, quietly, peacefully, naturally, slightly, and without sound, you're breathing. Because this is telling you your energy is calmness down from the distraction energy. And then mentally, as mentioned you, relaxed is rest on the natural state of yourself and phenomena, which is a selflessness, emptiness. Okay, start.